Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your January 2020 love reading. It is for you if you have a Sun, Moon, Venus, rising, or even descendant in the sign of Libra. Did I say Venus? I think so. But yeah, if Venus is in Libra as well, then yes, this may very well be speaking to your relationships. Okay, so I can see overall we have the Emperor card here. So this is about you maybe developing your business, having more autonomy over your work, reaching a certain level of mastery maybe within your life. Maybe you feel you've mastered many areas in your life. You've managed to make, maybe your kids are already grown and they're doing well, and your business is going well. Everything's in place. However, without seeing the Empress here, it could be that you're still looking for your Empress. You're still looking for that special someone, or your Emperor. Maybe you're very focused on finding the man of your life. Maybe you are wanting to get married. You want to have a serious relationship and settle down. Sometimes the Emperor, I have read the Emperor and seen the Emperor as someone who likes to be single, but seeing it in this position, I'm kind of feeling like this is really the more higher octave, the more virtuous aspects of the Emperor for this month is that you will, I think, want to take the next level maybe in your life to bring some completion to it, balance. You may, like I said, you may feel like you've overcome a lot, accomplished a lot, but there's maybe one thing, maybe especially with regards to love and the more feminine energy in your life that may be missing. However, it could just be showing you being really, really ambitious and really quite determined maybe to position yourself financially and, materially, emotionally, and many other ways that prepares you maybe or puts you in a position to have the kind of relationship that you want. So there's definitely a focus on being an emperor, on getting, accomplishment, achievement, and name for yourself, status, reputation, position in the world as well. I feel a lot of you want to become husbands, or you want to take things to the next level, especially with the Eight of Cups here and the Hierophant. Yeah, there definitely is this wanting for more, and this more seems to be the Hierophant, a traditional relationship, marriage. It could be a Taurus that you're maybe quite focused on as well. It could be that we do have the Queen of Discs here. So it could be that you're dealing with a Taurus or a Virgo here. I've got Venus in Virgo. Then we got Venus in Virgo for you last month as well, where there was maybe a focus on this Venus person, or sorry, Virgo person. Or again, you could just be very much in love with your work, in love with your life. And maybe this is where the change is going to happen with the Two of Coins. There may be changes in regards to you being single and now wanting this commitment, wanting a long-term relationship. So your partner's coming in with the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Fool card and the Art card, or the Temperance card. So they're coming in, rushing in with maybe some sort of truth. Maybe your person is quite argumentative to an extent as well, or maybe they're putting pressure on you, or maybe there's a lot of messages being sent. They're kind of talking. Maybe they're talking you to death about something. Or they definitely are maybe talking a lot about the future, talking about a lot about what could be. It could also be that they are just very, very focused on you as well, because this could be you. They could, or maybe there's a meeting of the minds as well here between you and them. There's a lot of discussion though. I think this person talks a lot, or this person has a lot to say. This person likes to pick your brains. They like to have a good talk. Maybe this person wants to talk a lot about the future, talk a lot about strategy and what's the next step and what we're going to do now, and wanting to kind of make plans, or at least get clear on objectives, making sure that you're both on the same page, both want the same things. This person may be doing a lot of talking, and maybe they are even a little bit overbearing, but I feel they come in peace. They just might be a little bit overzealous, a bit, and maybe not very tactful. Or maybe this person knows how to push your buttons, knows what to say to you to get you to move, to get you to react, to get a response out of you as well. This person is likely to be very intelligent and very strategic. So we've got the Ten of Cups here. So I feel like this person is quite in love with you. Definitely you make them very happy. They do see a future with you with the Ten of Cups. They do see you as some sort of completion to their happiness. Family could be very much involved. Maybe that's why they want to talk so much. Maybe it's why the Emperor card is here and the Hierophant card. Maybe family has a lot to do with this. Maybe merging families. Bringing order out of chaos as well, I'm getting as well. So kind of making things work together. And we do have the Temperance card here, which will talk about marrying two different worlds or two different things. It's like trying to mix oil and water. It's like it could be a very tricky thing to do. However, it can be done. Maybe not water. But I guess, you can still make mayonnaise. You're still mixing oils with liquids. So yeah, it can be done if measured out and done in the right way. I was trying to kind of mix flour and water. You have to, we're making white sauce for those of you that do like to make your own mac and cheese. You know how tricky it can be to make that white sauce, mixing the flour with the butter, or when you're trying to make a thickener and you're mixing flour with water, you have to add just the right amount of water and flour, bit by bit, to make sure that the paste is smooth, or the mixture is smooth and isn't clumped with lots of chunks of flour. So that's, sorry to go on about cooking. I do like white sauce. But yeah, it could be that there's this kind of needing to pace yourselves in terms of moving forward, because there's a lot of different details to take into account. There's lots of different things that you need to balance out, work on, position correctly before you can slot them together. So yeah, I'm seeing that this is talking about patience. But I feel that this person feels like they are on the same page as you anyway, but that a lot of work needs to be done to reach that sweet spot where you're both finally happy, you're both finally content with things. So yeah, so maybe for the men watching, it's more about you becoming a father here, or for the women watching, you could be dealing with someone who wants to be, more of a permanent male fixture in your family, like a stepfather, or your boyfriend moving in. The Fool card is here to say that there is a brand new beginning, and it's interesting. We get the Ten of Cups and then we get the Fool card. So I think that this possibly is an ongoing relationship that has a lot of love in it, has a lot of history. And I think that there's someone wanting to push things forward. There's someone that wants more. There's someone who's been thinking about things and has got ideas, and maybe even certain beliefs as well about how things go. Okay. So that's where this person has to kind of temper that a little bit. They may be very excited about moving forward. They maybe have strong ideas, but they maybe need to reflect a little bit on those ideas, tweak them a little bit so that everyone is happy. And ultimately, I think that they do want everyone to be happy. I don't see any selfishness here. They just mean maybe very excited and overzealous about it, and forget maybe to see other people's points of view or other perspectives other than theirs, because they're so excited or want it so much. but they are, I think, definitely towards the end of the month, going to be bringing more, they have more balance within them, more patience, and understanding that it's a process. Okay, but the Fool card here, these two cards show again, like it just reiterates that they just want things to move on. They're satisfied with everything that you've shown them, all the experiences so far. They feel that something can be built upon here, and they would like to take things to the next level, start a whole new journey. This person's very inspired as well. There could be them also wanting to start from scratch in a way, wanting to have a fresh slate. They might also want to take more chances. They maybe feel that things could have got boring, predictable. Not in a negative way, but just maybe they feel that you play it too safe, that both of you play it too safe in a relationship, and you know, maybe you need to travel and get yourself out of the norm, do something different, you know, start a whole new journey in some way in the relationship. They see a lot of potential here. They really believe in their ideas. They're convinced, but they haven't thought it all the way through, really. Like I said, they will actually, the brakes will come on here, and they will, as much as they're excited, they will see and realize, oh, actually, I can't just jump off this cliff and go in. I need to check what's at the bottom of this cliff, or, you know, maybe I'll lose more than I will gain if I go down this route. So maybe I need to tweak it a little bit, still kind of have the same objectives, but maybe have a different way of going about it. So it also talks about healing as well. So maybe you're moving on from some sort of event and seeking healing. Maybe your person is wanting to start over. Maybe this person is coming back to you, you know, trying to rescue the relationship, as they feel like you are their 10 of cups. They maybe want a new start, and they're willing to put in the work to do that. They're willing to make a lot of compromises and really try to understand your point of view and to make it work for the both of you. And also there'll be more attention to emotions here as well. Consideration of your emotions. But this card still talks about goals as well to me. So there's some sort of goal that they want to, that they're kind of working towards. Could be kind of getting back together with you. This card is about reconciliation. Showing you more emotion, giving you more. Maybe before there wasn't imbalance. Maybe they were more in their head, more not so affectionate and loving. And maybe that's going to be brought into balance here. They want to start over and show you that they can be both, you know, intelligent and emotionally balanced, you know, and emotionally expressive. So yeah, there is a renewal here of some sort as well. So with regards to how you're feeling, we've got the Princess of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So 2 Libra cards here. Both of them talk about non-action. But it looks like you will be making a decision here with the Two of Swords. You will be weighing up the pros and cons of something and giving something some thought. Maybe you're taking some time out of, you know, in this non-action to really think about your options. Think about how you're going to move forward with this, kind of devising a plan of your own to an extent as well. You know, looking at your own ideas around this situation, reflecting, and even reflecting maybe on the past, trying to kind of bring things into perspective about the past. So there's definitely a review going on from your end. You're pretty much at a state of reflection, knowing that a decision needs to be made. And the Queen of Cups here tells me that you're, again, non-action. You maybe want to see what this person is going to bring to the table. You want to see more from this person, especially emotionally. You want to see more emotion from them. The Princess of Wands here would show someone who's curious about the future. So you may very well want this relationship. You want to see, again, you're curious. What is this person gonna do, bring? You know, you're kind of watching. You want to see what this person's gonna do. Like, you're almost like spectating and hoping for the best. It's like you're not really thinking the worst of this person. You're actually kind of optimistic. You're like, okay, cool, I'd love to give you another chance to see what you can do, you know. Maybe what was happening in the past was a whole load of crap, and that just kind of got out of hand, and something that we do need to let go of. So again, there's a reflection maybe on the past, what went wrong, and trying to see, okay, so going forward, how would, you may decide to approach it differently. You may also feel like you know a lot more about this person now as well. It's like you maybe feel like you have a full picture of what this person wants, who this person is, the potential for the relationship. It's like, I think things are coming into clarity for you. And you see now all the opportunities that you do have available to you. The Queen of Cups here as well does suggest that you are quite in love with this person. And that might be why you're kind of like, yeah, okay, I'd see what you have to say if they're coming back. For others of you that, where the relationship is just pretty good and it's like you're at a bit of a juncture maybe in terms of there being an opportunity to move the relationship forward in some way. I feel like you're quite excited about it. With the Princess of Wands, you really want to see what could happen. You're ready for this new beginning. You're ready for this change. You're ready for the expansion. You see it more as a fun journey of exploration. That's how you see it. I think you're quite excited. You really, I think, are a bit itching in a way with the Page of Wands, itching to really move forward with this. You are itching, you really want to, but you're like, oh, but let me just think about this. You're like, I really want to do it, but let me just think. Let me just do my Four of Swords and think. Let me check in with myself and my emotions. Let me meditate. Let me remind myself of what I believe. It's like you're getting in touch with your own loving self. And I think you want to come at this as well from a loving place. You're getting in touch with your emotions here. After some healing maybe as well. But I feel like you're quite comfortable with this person. And there's a lot of love here. Maybe you're thinking about becoming a mother. Maybe you've got a lot of understanding and compassion for this person as well. A lot of empathy here. And you know that it maybe even distorts your perception of them. And I think you're aware of that. And that's why this Two of Swords is here. It's like you're trying to make a decision that is fair, that makes sense, and that's not just based in old emotions. You know, you're wanting to make sure that it's an honest decision that you can live with, one that you can live with, that you know is yeah, just very, very honest from your emotional perspective and from your mental perspective. It's like you want to have balance. You want to have both sides of yourself on board with this. You don't want your head saying, "Oh, this shouldn't," oh no, but your heart saying, "Yeah," or you don't want your heart saying, "No, I'm scared," and your brain saying, "Well, yeah, you know, this could work." I think you kind of want to bring them both on the same page. So there's a lot of kind of self-reflection going on here for you to make a decision. And that's where this person needs the patience. But this person is raring to go. They're sure. They're ready. They know that there is some sort of risk, though. They know that nothing is promised, you know. But they also know for some reason that they can't stay where they are and that they need to take action. They need to move forward. But they're willing to be patient here, I feel. And understand maybe that there's some healing that needs to go on for some of you. So we've got the Queen of Discs here, the Three of Coins, the Eight of Cups, and the Hierophant card, as I mentioned before. But also I'll mention that the outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. So it is decision time. It is a karmic situation. It could be good karma, could be bad karma, but it is a predestined kind of situation where destiny is kind of playing an important role here. So you may have manifested this person into your life to some extent as well. This relationship or this position that you're in is a result of all the actions taken prior, and you were bound to get to this point in the relationship. So if you're questioning anything, it would also be worth questioning, okay, so how did I feed into the situation? What did I do to get to make things get to where they are? So it's also about taking some responsibility as well, or a reminder to, if needed, if you feel that, you know, you feel any way about anything, it is good to look to see, well, what have you done in the past that's contributed to the present, and how will your present now affect your future? It also talks about luck and opportunity as well, though, so it could very well be that a lot of luck and opportunity is available to you. Most definitely, I think this is an expansive time with the Wheel of Fortune, and there is change. You have an opportunity to change the course of your life in a sense, you know. Decisions that you make now could greatly benefit you in the future. And I think you are future orientated actually with the Emperor card and, you know, the Eight of Cups. You are kind of focused on the future of what could be, especially with regards to your relationships and home life. So yeah, it could be very, 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 it could turn out very well with the Fortune card. But I feel the Wheel of Fortune card is also saying that it's kind of time for a change. It's time to move forward. It's time to explore. It's time to expand. Jupiter is currently in Capricorn, as I keep mentioning, so that'll be squaring your sign. So if you're an early Libran, you know, in the first 10 days of Libra, then you'll probably be feeling, you know, this need to move forward, this need to expand. You may feel sometimes like taking a risk, feeling lucky, you know, but you're definitely going to feel the pressure to do something about this situation, to feel lucky, and also to follow your path. Your destiny and your path seem to be calling you at this time. And it's good because you're in a position of curiosity, like you want this, you want to see what's out there. So yeah, it would be a good time with Jupiter square your sun to Yeah, I think you are doing the right thing here. Jupiter where your sun could possibly make you act out of character, make you um, take on more than you can chew to boost your ego in some way, or you know. But with Jupiter being in Capricorn, a lot of that is pulled back, and you do get the more conservative type of Jupiter energy. So I feel that there's not such a risk of taking the wrong kind of chances. I feel that actually the chances that you take, especially to expand your philosophy, your perspective on the world, on things, will most likely bring in results, especially for the long term. But yeah, I would probably go and listen to Stormy Grace or the Leo King for more information about that. But or Kelly Rosano or Barbara Goldsmith or Nadia Shah or whoever. There's so many good astrologers out there. KRS channel is pretty good, but that's Vedic astrology. So, but yeah, definitely worth looking into astrology this year while Jupiter is transiting Capricorn. I think it's quite important. I think astrology is doing some big things this year. So I don't know why I'm just getting called to or pulled to talk about that more. So look into that definitely. But as I was saying before I went off on a tangent, yeah, with the Queen of Discs and the Abundance card here, we are looking at emotional bonding. Yeah. A meeting of the minds, a talking, a getting together. So I feel that if there has been any separation or you've been maybe pulling back in some ways, take this time out to really reflect on a decision about moving forward in this relationship. I feel that it will probably end in you being with this person, connecting with this person. Um, yes, there may still be work to do with the Eight of Cups, but I see you moving towards the Hierophant card here. I'm not seeing the Eight of Cups as you moving away from this person, although some of you may, but then with the Three of Cups here as well, it's like there is this togetherness, and the rest of the reading suggests that you're just taking love more seriously now. You're going on a journey when it comes to love. You are going to that next level when it comes to your love relationships. You're going into more serious realms of relationship. You know, you could be getting married or starting a whole new journey. Like I said, you could be really, really happy. You know, everything could be great, but maybe you don't have that ring, or you haven't moved in, or something like that, or they haven't met your kids, or it's getting to that level now where it's not all about the fun and the frolics of relationship, that is more serious. Like, where do we need to put in some work into this relationship to make it work, to make it more stable, to make it more secure, to make it more committed? So I do see a reconciliation of coming together here, or a meeting of minds, understanding each other. So there may be a lot of communication happening eventually, maybe over drinks as well. Maybe in more of a fun way about what could be. And the Queen of Discs here, again, she looks about, she's looking towards the future. She's thinking about what could be. She's taking stock of everything that she has and looking how she can almost transmute that into more, how she can grow more out of what she's got. And I feel that's what the energy you're working with as well. Like, how can you grow more out of what you've got if you add more structure and discipline to it, or you put more work in? What could be? So there's definitely this focus on the future for you. What could be? I think you're feeling quite optimistic, and I think you know that you really love this person. But there's just some reason you kind of still, maybe this is representing that conflict between, you know, the Sun and Jupiter for you. Or maybe it's your ascendant, or maybe it's your Venus that's squaring Jupiter at this time. That's making the decision not so easy for you, because you can feel the amount of emotion and excitement there, but you want to make a constructive and conservative kind of decision that, like I said, you can live with, that you're happy both emotionally, intuitively, and logically about it. So there is this inner conflict with you. You are taking time out, but there probably will be. This is actually going to give you a chance to agree, I think, on something here. There'll be an agreement, especially with the truce here. There'll be an agreement that, and it will also maybe possibly lay a new foundation for the relationship going forward. A kind of foundation that's laid in the understanding of each other. That's one thing that I think you will accomplish this month, is the understanding of where each other's coming from, what each other's wants and needs are, where you both see the future going. It's a lot of talk about the future, a lot of meeting of minds, a lot of trying to be on the same page, a lot of kind of maybe back and forth to be doing in terms of getting that balance and making everyone happy, finding that sweet spot. But I think all the work that you put in now to your relationships will actually greatly benefit you in the future with the Wheel of Fortune card here. And yeah, I think that a change is needed, or a change is here. Overall, this month is about change away from maybe this single life, or loving work more than anything. This is about loving work, loving to put into yourself and feeding yourself and glamorizing yourself and doing everything for you. That's cool. But like the Emperor, like I said, the Emperor always needs his Empress, otherwise he may feel, what's he doing this all for? And yeah, so there could be a change here. So for some of you, it could be the Eight of Cups. You change and you decide that you're going to do your own thing, but I don't see that. But some of you may decide to do that. And then again, we've got Jupiter and Capricorn here. So the Jupiter in Capricorn is definitely bringing in changes for you. It's giving you new options, and maybe even bringing a bit more light into your world in some way. And then we've got the Prince of Cups as well, following your heart, taking chances in love, being more romantic as well. That could be coming towards you. Definitely action is going to be taken with regards to love this month. Action is going to be taken. There'll be movement forward. There may be expressions of emotion, just more romantic gestures. This could even be a proposal, but really there's a focus on love. It's all about fighting for love, putting the work in for love. Communication is going to be important as well. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck for Libra. So we've got deep knowing, exchanging gifts, the fates, yeah, and then we've got soulmates, and then we've got mending. So I'm going to go ahead and read from the book for that one. But yeah, there's some sort of mending going on here. Again, with exchanging gifts and the Temperance card, there's like two people coming together here to fix something, to work on something, and to resolve an issue maybe. So maybe you're mending the relationship. Maybe that's what the Temperance card could be about too. Like the Temperance card can talk about reconciliation, but also a slow reconciliation where time is put in to fix all the little problems that cause the separation in the first place. So bringing things back into balance so proper healing can take place. I feel like your partner feels like you're a soulmate, definitely. It could also be how you feel. It could also just be confirmation. Although I usually take this as the partner's feeling. So I feel that this person does feel like you have the key to their heart and they feel very committed to you. You are having to make a decision here, obviously, that's going to result, or it's going to be reliant on your deep knowing. Okay, so this is probably, you're being asked here, maybe with the Queen of Cups here, to tap into your intuition when it comes to making this decision. It is a fated situation. You know, it's not necessarily like there's going to be something within you that's going to give you the answer. Okay. And this probably comes back to, okay, so how does this person make me feel? How do I feel with them? What does my intuition tell me? Like when I'm with them, how do I feel? Not what do I think, you know, not what do my friends think, but what do I know deep in my heart that maybe, it's really about getting in touch with you and how you feel about the situation, get in touch with your intuition, your deep knowing. You know, there's plenty of things that are said and done between you and your partner that other people don't know about. So they might have their opinion, but you are privy to more information. You're also being asked to be wise here as well, to be wise about your decisions. It's not just intelligent, but wisdom. That's reflecting on the past, which you are doing, reflecting on what's happened so far, reflecting on what it is that you feel you need to be happy with in your life as well. Getting clear on that, and basically being very honest with yourself. But I think your person definitely is already convinced, and I feel as well with the Fates cards here that there is quite a deep spiritual, especially with the Wheel of Fortune card in here as well, and even the Temperance card and the Hierophant card showing up as well, Ten of Cups. I feel that this is definitely a fated and quite a deep bond, an important relationship, I would say, for you at this time. Yeah, and could be a karmic situation. So you could have, like I said, you could have either wished for this person at some point, manifested them in some way, or they were just always destined to be with you anyway, no matter what you did. But they're in your life for a reason, and how you deal with them and how you deal with this relationship will greatly affect things going forward. So trust your intuition, your deep knowing. You may want to get a reading, about it to have more confirmation or affirmation, confirmation on your decision as well. Ultimately, the choice is always going to be yours, but a reading can help to confirm things for you. And then we've got exchanging gifts as well. So you may be very different. You may offer very different things to the relationship. Even where you see someone as being weak, it could actually be a strength, and vice versa. You could see someone as very strong in one area, but actually it could be their weakness from another perspective. So yeah, it's about appreciating each other and what you bring to the relationship. That could be part of the lesson here, is that you're learning how to accept the differences in relationships, with people within relationships, and still be able to make it work. Yeah, like basically expanding your consciousness, expanding your heart to be more accepting of other people's perceived weaknesses as well. But I feel as well, maybe you can help this person. I see the ballerina helping the cat, but that's how it seems like she's giving something to the cat. But I feel like you're both bringing different things into each other's lives. Like, for instance, if you're a man, you're looking for a wife, to kind of bring in more femininity into your life. Or if you're there's something that could be you feel is missing that needs to be brought in. And I think this person kind of compliments you in a weird kind of way, in achieving that kind of balance within. So let's just pull one card from the Mirror Love Oracle deck, just see what the Oracle has to say for Libra. So we've got the courting man, and we've got the mature woman. at the base of the deck. I said I was going to read this, didn't I? I will do that actually. But yeah, the courting man, yeah, someone, I think this is someone that's trying to make their move towards you, trying to show you that they've got what it takes to be your guy, you know. This person could be very worldly, and definitely in pursuit, and also someone trying to make themselves or put themselves in a position financially, emotionally, mentally to be an ideal partner. But again, this is about getting to know each other, the whole courting process, and maybe allowing this man to take the lead, you know, allow him to show you what he has got. I think he will definitely be trying to show you what he's got. Okay, and then we've got the mature woman at the base of the deck. So yeah, the overall energy is I think you're quite accomplished. Yeah, you're quite, if you're a woman watching, you're quite accomplished and mature. And I think that you feel like you're probably ready to date, or you're ready to take the relationship to the next stage. You're wanting a mature relationship. So yeah, that's good. So we've got number 52, mending. So it says here, forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. So it says each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. So that's what the Temperance card is, rushing things without understanding and integration only kind of becomes more of a burden going forward. So it's important to take your time in terms of planning the next steps with your partner, I think. So it says, this keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal. The pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Yeah, the Princess of Wands is definitely the energy of wanting to set herself free, okay? But I see here with the Four of Swords that you are healing. There is something that maybe has happened that you're kind of getting over. I think you just want to be sure. I think you are sure you want to be with this person, but it's like you just want to get everything aligned within, you know. So it also says here, you've come to a place where forgiveness is necessary if you're to move forward. Separate or together, you and your person are still experiencing the effects of a hurt that is impacting everything you do, even if you're not aware of it. The energy needs to clear. What must you do to bridge this gap? Closing your heart is not the answer. You have the power to heal this wound. Ask yourself, what would love do? Only good will come of forgiveness and an honest redress. Yeah, the Two of Swords can be the card of closing your heart. Okay, but I guess the Queen of Cups is here. Like, Queen of Cups, she's strong. Can't close her down. Try, but you probably won't be successful. So don't ignore your feelings on this one. You know, you maybe have to put in the work and move forward with this person. If you really feel that is something you can live with, then no, don't ignore how you feel. So yeah, that's a lot of messages. I hope that you enjoyed it and was helpful to you in some way. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. I do love you so, so much. And yeah, have a fantastic new year. I'll speak to you next month. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.